Hi guys. Well, this will be my first upload, so see with me. Well, sometimes you're just there and you have some things on your mind and you have so many thoughts running through your mind, and instead of you keep it inside or bottled up, you said, you know what, I'm going to create an avenue where I can talk about my feelings. Create a platform where it can be like just our quiet time where as mothers we vent in terms of feelings, because the funny thing is a lot of people is going through similar things and a lot of people have similar views. If you, however, your views is different, it's not a problem, because I'll be learning from you and you will be learning from me. This platform, however, I don't want it to be a thing where you come on and you feel scared to say your feelings or what you want to say. I want people that come here respect everybody's opinion. We can agree to disagree, but this is not so much of like a war boat or cause nobody say an idiot, fool or whatever and so on. It's just like people feelings, because the truth is though is that there are so many platforms out there that you can go on and cuss and drama and mix up and so on that you can do. But I did this as a mother and a woman, because of course I've been a woman all my life and I'm a mother 20 odd years. Yes, I have grown children, basically just leaving out of high school and tertiary institutions, and the challenges they go through and the things that they tell me, and especially the boys, because you know what, I don't think people try, or put it this way, society don't try to understand boys, the challenges that they go through, because I think they are misunderstood, and I think there's so much pressure comes down on boys more than even girls. Yes, girls have their pressure, but the truth is though is that it's easier for girls to navigate around their pressure, whether good or bad. But you see, boys pressure is in such a way that it's intense and it is mental, and sometimes, like after, while my kids going to high school and so on, they're not telling me what's going on, but like after high school, when I go visit, I was talking and I said, you know what, I was just thinking the other day about the crime, and I was saying that some of these guys, I wonder if is it that they never get any love or so on. So my son was saying to me that, Mom, that sometimes is a problem, because how you treat them when they're growing up, that is what you're going to get in the end. But you have some mommy that because of those treatments, when they're doing certain things and they're in school and they realize that they have friends that doing the similar things and they're enjoying it, they think it's okay. And you know that high school is a crazy time there, especially for boys. Yes, girls too, but I think I'm more focusing a little bit today around the boys part of it. They have to try and prove themselves and say, yeah man, me a G man, me understand the thing, me know the code and whatever, to fit in. And fitting in to certain things makes it seems okay and is a normal, enough people are do it and whatever, man and a soft man or whatever, those things. And it hurt me sometime, because I have experiences where I go on the road and I go into places where you have some real tough guys are going like, people wouldn't be like, ooh, they're like XY, but you know what, the way I talk to them and deal with them, the response they give me is not the same like they would have give everybody else, So I think that sometimes we need to show more love as a society to boys. You understand? And I think that is a great problem. Alright, so for example, my son was giving me a story. He says, Mommy, I'm going to tell you what happened to me one day. You know, this is one of many stories that he told me. And he said, Mommy, I was coming from school. Now, his school, I don't know why most of the real good high schools, them always in some serious areas, but it is what it is. So he says to me, he says, Mommy, you know, one day I was coming from school, but because he took part in extracurricular activity, he ended up leaving school 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. That time that it is dark. So he says, Mommy, the change that I have, I bought a bag juice, which is these little, for those who don't know what it is, these little bags that have juice in it, and it's rather cheap. And it's cool, you know, because you know you're hot and so on. Anyway, here comes the bus. But Mommy said when him took out his card, his bus card to pay, the card had a crack on it. Now, with it having a crack on it, he never realized, but he think that it could have worked, because you know you budget yourself, you put the money on it for the week, so them have them fare go and come different from the liquor change you can afford to give them in them pocket. Now when he went up on the bus, which is a government bus, he handed the man, he tried the card, but the card is not reading. So the man took the card from him, and the man said, you know, see this broke? And he said, so him say you have to go pay. So my son said to him that it is not, he doesn't have any more money, and all his money is on the card, if there's any way he could get the money off, etc. So him say, my you to take man for idiot, and so come off of the bus. So my son stand up on the bus step, and he's saying that he doesn't have any more money. All the money is on the card, and it's night now. And I'm telling you, it's a volatile area this high school is in, and so on. And he said that he doesn't have any more money on him. So the driver said to him, I said, come off from a bus. Now remember, when he was at the bus stop, other children was there, they get on the bus, they're okay, and he's going to come back off the bus in the night there, all by himself. He was so scared of everything. Him saying, please, I don't have any more money, I don't have any more. The man get up in his face, tells him, why you come off of the bus, all spit flying in his face and so on. And he said, would I kid you not? These at the front of the bus, the seats at the front are like older people sit down there, like grandmas and so on. And he says, Mommy, all of the people them sitting down right at the front were all older ladies, and they were saying to him, you know, the man said, come off of the bus, come off of the bus. You know, no manners and so on. When you come off of the bus, and they were going on, they don't know him, you know. They don't know him from Adams. And I would think as older women and so on, you see a child in distress, it was $20. And this is $20, we're not talking about like many ages ago. This is $20, and this happened like about 3 years ago. $20, you know, even 3 years ago it wasn't, that is not even, can't even buy a sweetie. $20. And he couldn't, he had no one. No one was backing him or anything. You know, the man said, come on for your bus and make the guys say, you know, so all up the time, and all these old ladies, you know, who are mothers and grandmothers, we're talking like this to him, and him eye full up of water. And when him see the driver get up and say, come down to him like him would attack him step back off the bus. And he said, Mommy, my eye full of water. And I step back off the bus, and I sat in the night. He said, Mommy, when I look across for the other side, me some whole heap of boys sit down underneath one tree, you know, they must smoke them weed and whatever. And he said, Mommy, I said, boy, you know, the devil get eyeglass work for doing, I hope they not come over and trouble me. Him said, same time him see a coaster. Now, you know, the coaster drivers and doctors them in Jamaica is a bit more rougher. And he said, Mommy, I say, I take my chance, and even though he's more scared of them than he would be scared of the government bus driver. But he went up to the doctor and he said, please, I'm asking if you can give me, if I can get out the offertory, because I don't have any fear or anything. And him show him bus guard, and then don't take him. And the man said, go on in at the bus, man. And he says, wow. So he went on the bus. When he reached offertory, he was turning to try to say thank you to the doctor again. And the doctor said, go on now, my youth. Because you know, that's how they are, they're rough. And so on. But he said, now you reach offertory. And he says that, Mommy, he was, well, how he's going to get home? I really need to beg fear. No, it's not something he's used to. This is not a child that grows up in any bad neighborhood or so on. You understand? It's like totally not. That's him not used to them kind of things there. But his survival, him had to get home. Anyway, he went to he saw him say better him ask some people like in uniforms coming from work in them jacket and so on. So he's going to them explain say one friend. Him say move from here man and so on, and go to another man, move from here and go to ladies. Them run him. Him say please you don't have to give him money, just pay the fare so I can get on the bus and go home. And they were running him, and him saying mommy, you know another thing too, when you're black and you're fat, it's like it make it even worse. It's a worse combination, and you're asking them for a favor. It's like instantly them look at you as nobody already. And I always try to tell them, so listen to me man, that as nothing, the most important thing, remember that I love you and just be the best you can be. Anyway, with all these people he's asking, you go and see some man playing. Damn me know about like a group of men. He went over there and said, well, these are big men, could have been his father age group, you know. Let him ask them. Went over there, they turned to him and said, move from here, my youth. You think me I give for go split coke and smoke weed and sitting? And him wondering, like, what do you mean by that? Him said, well, you don't give me the money, just pay the fare so I can get to go home. Please. And them like run him away. And it's just crazy. So he said he went and he saw this little gleaner woman sit down selling sweeties and glean, and he went to the lady and he was trying to explain to the lady like what has happened, and the lady give him more than the $20, and you know of course she was preaching God to him and telling him this and that and whatever. And he says, mommy, if I could find that lady today, I would want to give her something. And me myself, I would like to give her, because when he told me that story, I was so hurt. I was so hurt because I know generally it's supposed to be a community that grows a child. It's like gone are those days. We instantly, from as a boy child, we brandish them a certain way, try to make it seem like they are demons. You don't know them. You never experience them doing something. You don't have a clue what is going on, and you start to just broad brush all of them as the same thing. You don't have nobody. The thing is though, nobody is using common sense in that this child is saying, please can you just pay the fare so I can, he's in his uniform, can you just pay the fare for me, pay the driver the fare so I can get to go home, please. And nobody cared. He said, mommy, the nicest of the nicest people walking in heels, men in suit, him trying to ask him those people, and they were the one that even were pushing him away. You understand? He asked older people, he asked young people. It's like it was a joke because he's a boy child and so on. And racism play a lot in it, because with my kids, they have children that dark and I have brown ones. You understand? Because mother one color, father one color. You see my little brown son, he go on the road and something like that happened to him. It's like him don't have to ask twice. I really wonder and I feel hurt about this. Somebody help him fear, and him gone about him business. So it make me start to think about the race. We are more racist and more evil to each other more than anything else. Because right then and there, no one cared about this lady. And she was an older lady, gleaner lady and so on and thing, and she helped him out. And even then, when he's telling me about it recently, I'm saying to myself, boy, I wish, do you remember what the lady looked like? Do you remember where she said, because I would really like to go and just give her something, what I can help her, because this thing hurt me so much. And he says to me, mommy, let me tell you this. He said, older people them, boy, mommy, that is why the youths them lose respect for everybody. You can't tell them anything else, mommy. Because mommy, if I go on a bus, I make sure I sit down at a spot on the bus where I don't really have to get up if an older person come in. Because mommy, if me sit down near, me not get up in the moment, me not get up and give no older person a seat. Me not doing it, because mommy, they are the ones that is who's supposed to know better, is always hurting. They are the ones that is always hurting us. It's always those ones, they're worse than the young ones. They always brandishing you a certain way. They don't know you. They always trying to make you feel like less than a person. The things them that come out of their mouth when they're talking to us, they don't even know you, and the way how they talk. And it's not, mommy, it's not only me alone. It's like other youths the same thing, mommy. And don't you think that after a time these same youths grow up or go through certain things, them not have no respect for nobody, them not have no love for nobody. You have all, even in school, You will have a teacher will have a problem with that child and dislike that child, and that child will never succeed in that class because that child is singled out and no attention is paid to that child. Never care for mark them, but not care for them do homework and so on. And when he's telling me these things and so on, and when I talk to like the friends and so on, I say like these things, and they're telling me it is utterly shocking. I think, you see, as parents, please leave avenues open so your children can talk to you and tell you what is going on. With my son, when I ask him like why you didn't tell me these things before, or you're feeling, why you're so angry sometimes, and so on, he's telling me, Mommy, the way you fighting to keep your head above waters, working so hard to make sure we're all okay. Mommy, if I come to you with them something, they just mash up our meds. Them already say we are boys and we must learn to tough it out and so on. But it's hurt. We think about it. It's an everyday thing. It's every youth in terms of like boy children especially get it bad. You know, girls get it bad, but you see what happened with girls is that for some of them end up having boyfriends. And some of these pressure come from not having a boyfriend, so they find themselves end up joining to that side of it. And so on. And some of them end up broke out early because it's them safety net. You understand? But overall, please remember to like, comment, and share. However, it hurts when I think about it, and I think I make it my duty to talk to like other students, like his friends and so. Man, the stories them turn up, and I can't believe that's what they're going through out there. You see, when you have boy children, if friend them a grow up, you tell them say you're ugly, you're worthless, you not come out to nothing. What you expect them to be? That's what you nurture in them head and tell them they're going to do. That's how you treat them. So them not gonna really come far from what you're pushing them to be. You understand? It takes some really strong minds. I remember every pitney different. You have some of them where you use it as stepping stone for be the best them. I think so them no anger and hurt inside. The anger is pushing them to be so good, but them still not gonna have no sorriness for nobody and no feelings to the people them that hurt them. You understand? They're not gonna. But you have the others that the hurt turn into anger, and when opportunity to hurt somebody comes along, they take it, and then they find out them have other friends that going through the same thing. Because my son turned to me and said, Mommy, you see, if you never grow us in a proper neighborhood and you weren't the person that you are, and I was ever to grow in a certain neighborhood and have certain friends, Mommy, mother will be one of the most heartless and cool man them would have to deal with out the road. Come with down wicked and does the bad things. Got the treatment when you get. You understand? The treatment then when you get out the road, them push you to take revenge, Mommy. The way how them treat you out the road. So I am imploring parents, especially the boys them, try get around making them tell you what is going on, and then you can put in the good thoughts in them head and make them understand the whole world is not like that. That is just one set of people. There's more in this world than just that set of people that are treating you like that. And bear in mind, there are good people out there, and there are loving and caring people out there. You know, so we have to let them understand that. But please try and talk to the youths them. Because while we're having so much crime and violence now, they never just get up and just turn that, you know, society help turn them into what they are. And if them don't have somebody there to help guide them, like my son said, Mommy, you talk, you're always talking. And I used to be upset when you're talking, but Mommy, I thank you. Please keep talking. Because sometimes when certain situations come up, I remember something that you said. And I am happy that you are talking. So please keep talking. Don't feel no way. Because sometimes I say, when I'm upset, I say, listen, I'm going to stop talk. Anything, I'm going to stop. I say, Mommy, please don't stop talk. Keep talking. It helps. Because when a situation come up, we do remember. and so on. So please like, comment, and share, and I'll be coming to you with more topics, and I more want to focus on how we can help, especially young boys, them, to feel more confident, know they are loved, know they are special, know that we need them, and we need them to be strong, and we need to support them. Please. Bye for now.